Just as humanity has a common goal in the pursuit of the 5 human values, it also has a common enemy, or rather, 6 of them. Directly opposing the 5 human values are these 6 enemies within. They are kama, anger, greed, attachment, arrogance, and envy. As Buddha once said, it is easy to shield the outer body from the poisoned arrows, but it is impossible to shield the mind from the poisoned darts that originate within itself. Greed, anger, foolishness, and the infatuation of egoisms. These 4 darts originate within the mind and infect it with deadly poison. We want to do away with corruption, unfairness, and all that is immoral. Controlling excessive cravings, or kama, is key to this pursuit. We want to replace impatience, rude behavior, temper, and viciousness with politeness and calm. Reducing anger is essential to accomplishing this goal. We want righteousness rather than unrighteousness, generosity rather than miserliness, satisfaction rather than temptation. Removing greed is key to success in this endeavor. We want to avoid obsession in relationships, addiction to substances, and bondage to impulses. Reducing attachment is key to doing so. We want humility rather than arrogance, and respect rather than disrespect. We want to be objective and not look down on others. Therefore, the removal of arrogance is essential. We don't want to feel unhappiness and jealousy when something good happens to someone else. Therefore, envy is undesirable. Undesirable qualities and vices arise from one or more of the inner enemies. They proliferate due to seeking to satisfy the inner enemies and failing to cultivate human values. Some of the many negative qualities and vices arising from the inner enemies are being miserly, uncaring, egotistic, cruel, unfaithful, dishonest, arrogant, insincere, lazy, prejudiced, critical, insensitive, tainted, foolish, unethical, immoral, unreasonable, biased, insincere, and so much more. Just as a relatively minor illness like the flu can weaken the immune system and allow other, more serious diseases to take root, any of the negative traits can weaken human integrity and compromise values. What vices are preventing you from living in alignment with your deepest values? For example, forgiveness comes from love and nonviolence and requires the removal of anger and malice. Similarly, love and peace result in humility when conceit and envy are removed. Conversely, this chart shows the key to overcoming some common vices. Greed and lust for wealth lead to immorality in business, while the focus on truth and dharma enhance moral business practices. Similarly, apathy comes from conceit and ill feeling, while love and dharma make one more caring. All human endeavors involve navigating human values and vices. Society is a collection of individuals where each has a unique role. The multitude of these roles leads to collective good or bad, depending on how each person performs individually. The world would be better if everyone carried out their function properly, and worse if they did not. Some occupations and professions require more focus on certain values and stricter avoidance of certain vices. A student's function, for example, is to learn, so the student should have humility, respect for the teacher, and diligence while avoiding arrogance and laziness. A doctor's job is to serve and heal, so greed and apathy are the last traits we want to see in them. In the words of Sai Baba, bad karma are acts done while under the influence of the 6 enemies. Good karma are acts done with truth, dharma, peace, and love. Just as it is important to strive to develop positive traits within ourselves, it is also critical to be aware of the vices that deny us what we really desire. By recognizing the presence of kama, anger, greed, attachment, arrogance, and envy in our lives, and by doing our best to eliminate them, we will see our lives and our communities slowly but surely become better and happier.